Matt Lee joins us, and we're talking about multiple offers. Earlier in the week, we were talking about multiple offers in terms of the buyer's point of view.
Yeah.
Early in the week. Now we're going to be talking about multiple offers with the buyer.
Yeah, so I understand that Sean was talking about it from the financial point of view, and what we're going to do is actually talk about it from the process, from the time that the showings start. And basically, you put a property on the market and you think that it's getting good activity. All of a sudden, there's a section of activity that we're getting showing after showing after showing, and somebody says we're going to register an offer. The registering of an offer is key because you have to have that registration to me as the seller's agent so that I can go back to the other agents and say, look, we have a registered offer and we are going to present this tonight. And so if they have interested parties, they will call me back fairly quickly and say, okay, we're going to register an offer as well. Once this process starts and you already have 2 offers registered, then basically...
Which is pretty normal?
Yeah, you can get into a situation. Yeah, absolutely. So you price a property correctly. You make sure that it looks, as the best it can, that we've talked about that process. And then you expose it to the market and hopefully get that situation from a seller's point of view.
Right.
And when you do that, now you're into a multiple offer situation once you have 2 offers. There was a situation in Toronto where they had a house that went into multiple offers and there was 84 offers.
That's an anomaly. Like the whole market in Toronto is an anomaly, but for one buyer or for one seller to receive 84 offers, wow.
It's going to take probably all day to actually go through the offers.
And then what's got to happen is you got to call everyone back. So if you have 2 offers, you got to call that first one back.
Yeah.
If you have 5 offers, you got to call the previous 4.
Right.
Let them know there's been a new offer.
Yeah.
84 offers, you have to call 83 people?
It'll take all day to call the people back, and hopefully you have an assistant team that is going to start calling everybody back saying that, okay, now maybe you just have an email that is a reply all and you just start adding people to it and say, now we have 75 offers, now we have 80 offers, and you continue to do this. But basically it gets to the point that now, once you know how many offers there are, and we're getting right down to the time, say they're registered and we're going to present at 6 o'clock. You give them a hard time that you're going to present. Offers will continue to come in. They could come in until 5:45. And basically, you sit down with your seller before anybody else comes into the room, because basically what's going to happen is you're going to be into your office. You're going to sit in a boardroom with the 2 sellers, and the rest of the agents are likely going to be in the waiting area.
It's like the war room.
Waiting to present. Some will email them in. It depends on what the situation is. And I would sit with the sellers and go through the process that each agent is going to come in and sit down with us. They're going to present their buyer's offer the best they can, and then we're not going to say anything to them. We're going to sit there. We're going to take the offer. We're going to say thank you very much, turn the offer over, and go through the offers. So over this process, whether it's 2 or it's 84,
oh my goodness,
you're going to have this stack of offers that are going to be sitting there. And once the process is done, we're going to sit and go through and weigh what is best for the client in the seller's point of view. Is it the point that you take the highest price? Well, not always. If there's a number of offers and it's the best situation for the seller, what if there was an offer that was $1,000 less but didn't have any conditions? And there was a condition for a week. So all of a sudden now you're delaying that whole situation, but taking that extra $1,000, and then all of a sudden the seller starts thinking, well, if I sign this today with $1,000 less, I get a sold sign on my house.
Immediately,
the
next day.
Firm, we can go and buy something else, and we don't have to sit there and panic or sweat. I mean, you're going to
wait for those conditions to be met. Yeah.
So once that, you have to figure out what is the best case scenario for the seller. The seller is going to make that decision. We're here as a sounding board, and being a professional that we've been through this situation. We understand how this is going to work, and if we want to call your lawyer and have this team of saying, okay, this is the situation and this is what we're dealing with. I mean, you can do whatever you want in that situation as the seller. There's a few different things that you can do. If there was 3 offers on a property, but none of them were at let's say at the asking price. I mean, nothing says that you have to take one of those offers. You could decline the offers altogether. You could accept one, or you could get into this situation where all of a sudden, say there's 84 offers and 2 or 3 of them are tied. They're at the best that they say, okay, well now we've got 3 that are identical. What can we do? The situation with that normally happens. They go back to the 3 agents and say, look, you guys are tied, and We're going to give you your offers back. You have a half an hour. Make your changes. If you want to leave it the way it is, you can leave it the way it is. If you want to make a change, you can. Bring them back to me. So now all of a sudden you've gone back and sat in with those 3 offers. You make the best decision and you go from there.
Which is why I've always said, whether you're a buyer or a seller, your real estate agent, your broker, your lawyer is your best friend during this possible time.
Yeah.
It can get convoluted.
Absolutely.
Matt, we thank you so much. Really
No
good
problem.
advice.
Thank you.
Real Estate Tips, brought to you by Matt Lee of Royal LePage.